Video number 2. Welcome one and all. We're gonna cane through them today. What else have we got to do? It's International Week. That being said, I did watch the game last night, which was okay, wasn't it? Really, they made look, the reserves were handling it, but in the end, he had to wheel out some of the big guns, didn't he? And obviously Jesse Lingard played tremendously well. We're going to got a little bit to say about Jesse Lingard in this particular video. Actually, this particular video, as sometimes, is sponsored by the One Football app, which is much better than the Two Football app and the Three Football app, which, quite frankly, are rubbish apps. The One Football app aggregates all of your West Ham news into one place, so you don't have to scroll through and find out about Arsenal or Tottenham or anybody else. It's all there for you to kindly sponsor in this video. The link's in the description below. It's a free app. Go and check it out. Click it, download it to your phone, and actually it comes into its own on match days, actually, where you get all the team lineups and everything delivered straight to your phone. There you go, One Football app. So many stories to go through today. Let's just cut straight to the... Sorry, my dog is trying to get in to the shed, and it's doing a very... She's doing a Battersea Dogs Home look up against the glass, looking like she's being starved and basically mistreated. She's not. It's hard to do that when you look like you've basically eaten a ton of dog food. Anyway, dog's trying to get in. Right, let's start first of all with Eddie Nketiah. Do you know this player? Eddie Nketiah, he is the striker for Arsenal. He is the England under-21s record goal scorer. And he's running his contract down at Arsenal. Can't seem to get his way into the team, which is amazing, because you'd think I would get into the Arsenal team at the moment. So they're so crap, aren't they? Let's be honest with you. Now, it looks like he's running his contract down. He's going to be available for a very, very nominal fee in the January transfer window. I think Crystal Palace have already tried to get him. Don't need him anymore, do they? They can score goals for fun now, Crystal Palace. But obviously, if it gets, he can sign a pre-contract agreement for in January with any foreign clubs. An English club wants to sign him in January to play in January. Then he's only got 6 months left on his contract. You're going to get him for a bit of a knockdown fee. The suggestion is maybe we might be interested actually in next summer when he is available on a free. I don't know how good this kid is. He's highly thought of, but how good can he be if, bearing in mind, he's not particularly expensive at the moment. No one's actually bought him. I think if he was the brightest young striker in the country, then someone else would have snapped him up by now. Why didn't Crystal Palace push the deal through? Why isn't he able to get into the Arsenal team? I think these are all pertinent questions, and we're being linked with him quite a lot, but I'm not sure that David... I'm not sure on this one. I'm not sure at all. Just very, very quickly, Masuaku is due to return against Southampton. Whether he gets into the team is another matter altogether. This is something I really want to get into as well. We flogged the lad Silva. Do you remember the Portuguese striker? We flogged him to Nottingham Forest. An unspectacular deal. It hasn't worked out at West Ham for him. We flogged him for 200 grand. But we've done something which is so important, which we've not been doing for a very, very long time. And that is inserting a sell-on clause of 25%. This suits all parties, because what it does, it stops us from getting embarrassed by a poor transfer at some point in the future. It really does. If he turns out to be the real deal, I don't think he will. And I'll tell you why, because I think he's 22, 23 by now. Players have normally done it by then, or shown that they can. But what it does is it safeguards us. If he turns out to be one of the better strikers in the Championship, and you end up getting an Adam Armstrong or Ollie Watkins scenario or something like that, where actually he ends up being worth 15, 20, 25 million, something like that, we're covered. I think we've not done that enough. So I was really, really pleased to see that. Also worth pointing out, sorry, I keep waving my pen, the pen of plenty. I love this pen, the pen of plenty. What am I writing in today? I can't even see what colour I'm writing in today. Blue. Blue is the colour the pen of plenty is writing in today. Jeremy Nketiah. Okay, so he was sort of pinched, wasn't he, by Watford. His contract was running out because he was under the age of, I don't know what it is, but because he was young, they have to pay a tribunal fee, a nominal fee, to pay for his training and his development and whatnot. It's not gone to tribunal. A fee has been agreed. It's undisclosed. Nobody knows what it is. £500,000. All right, so it's been done. Which I guess is another good thing to get resolved. It all adds up, doesn't it, really? Another couple £100,000 for Silva. So that's really, really good. Okay, let's deal with the Lingard situation now, because Lingard played exceptionally well. Exceptionally well. I'm going to scrub this out now, because I'm going to scrub out what I've spoken about. I mentioned Masuaku. I'm like, there you go. Nketiah, yeah, we've spoken about him. Silva, we've spoken about him. Oh, there's still 4 topics left. I'm not sure we're going to make it all in this video. In fact, there's another one that's really peed me off, actually. Anyway, sorry. Lingard. Right. Played well for England. Played well. Really, really well for England. I'd like to take the moral high ground on this. But I can't, because I just think you can't turn down a player that's that good, particularly if he's going to be available on a free. So here's the story as I understand it. Basically, what's happened is he's been flirting with us for a little while. Played for us last season, played really well. In the close season, a little bit of flirting going on. He stayed in contact with David Moyes. When it came to the crunch, as I understand it, Moyes pressed him to say, look, mate, we can't keep on waiting here. And I don't blame him for doing that. You got a decision. He said, basically, I'm not coming back. I don't want to return. I'd prefer to stay at Man United and see how things go. Now, that would normally make me quite grumpy and give me the ump and think, right, well, sod ya, basically. If you don't love us, we don't love you. Which is a very mature way of a little insight into my way of thinking about things there. But I think maybe we've got to be a little bit more mature on this one, having seen how he played against England. Because when I first heard it, and this is before the England game, it suggested Jesse will revisit his options and consider West Ham again in January. And I thought, oh, really? Oh, will you now? Oh, is that so? Don't bother, matey. That's what I was thinking myself, really. Because I had the ump, really. However, grow up, Gonzo, really, because you only got to look at how he played for England last night. And if we have the opportunity to sign this player for a knockdown fee in January, or get him on a free next year, I think we should do it. Forget about the age, because you won't be paying 30 million for him or something like that. The age will be reflected in the price. You won't be. Will he have a sell-on value? No, he won't. But you get a bloody good player for 4 years, I'd imagine. And that'll be. And you won't really pay much of a transfer fee. There was obviously going to be an argument. Hold on, what about our other attacking midfielders? Well, I still think we're one short. I really do. I think we're one short attacking midfielders, particularly if David Moyes is going to play this sneaky system, and with a false number 9 as a striker, so Nikola Vlasic as a striker, maybe then you're going to need another attacking midfielder in there. Ben Rama and Fornals can't do all that work. I don't think Yarmolenko is going to feature much, by the way. And well, the Lanzini dynamic is interesting, because really I felt there was going to be a lot of time for him in central midfield this season with the signing of Alex Krau. I think you just say that, pronounce that, Alex Krau. I don't think there's going to be that much for him. So I'm not going to dismiss the old Jesse Lingard thing. I thought he was absolutely exceptional for England. It was Andorra. I know it was Andorra. They're rubbish, aren't they? Really, really rubbish. But I think you could say that if the only time that Jesse Lingard had played well ever was against Andorra. But let's be fair, he's played really well for England against a lot better teams than bloody Andorra, and he's played really well for West Ham at Premier League level. This is not somebody who's just punching down all the time. This is a really good player. So I just think, maybe we've just got to swallow our pride a little bit and think, you know what, maybe just wanted to find out if the grass was greener at Man United this season. I think possibly it won't be. The England performance will probably do him the world of good. The question, I think he'll feature slightly more for Man United this season than last season, but once Rashford comes back, I don't think he's getting in very much at all. So the question is, here's the question, is his inclusion in the Man United team going to be enough to warrant him signing a new contract? That's the thing. If he doesn't sign a new contract, then he's leaving. And that's what Man United have got to do. They do that and he signs a new deal, and then they basically, Man United signing down to a contract to safeguard themselves so they can sell him. I don't want to go and buy him. I've got no interest in Jesse Lingard for 25-30 million. I really don't. But if it looks like he's available for 5-6 million in January, I think we'd do it. If he's free in the summer, I think we'd do it. Bloody good player there. And I, for one, wouldn't mind him back at all. Right, that's it. I think we're done. I've still got left over Liverpool coming in for Declan Rice. Antonio not getting injured for Jamaica. The fact that we turned down Loftus-Cheek and Chelsea wanted 10 million loan for him, and actually that's been confirmed now, by the way. And actually that our coach Paul Nevin is back with England, which I think is a really, really big story. So I think that's probably all tomorrow's video. So tune in for that if you don't mind. That would be very nice. Get yourself a pen of plenty. You can't beat a pen of plenty. I'm going, and I will catch up with you very, very soon.